How's it going, Rogues Gallery? Today we have some really cool stuff to talk about. LSS has sneakily inserted an early Outsiders preview into this really cute, like, Christmas-themed lore story kind of thing. And we're going to talk about that. It's so brilliant. It's so brilliant how they did it. And it also confirms one of my big predictions for Outsiders. And I think it solidifies two of the four classes, well, that I think there's going to be four classes, but at least two of the classes that are going to be in the set. So, oh, I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked. Okay. So, if you didn't read it, LSS put out a lore article called Squeaker's Christmas on Christmas, or at least around Christmas. It, it says December 26th here, but for us, I think it was Christmas. Anyway, it's cute. It's not too long. It's this kind of like lore article about this heist that all of the folks here do. So we have Arachne, we have Lena Bell, who is this green-haired character who is an alchemist, 100% confirmed, is an alchemist. That's not the class that we know is going to be in Outsiders, though. We have Azalea, obviously, Dash, and Arachne. Okay, so I'm not going to go over the lore article here. In fact, I think we're going to go over it in the Living Legends podcast in more detail. But needless to say, go read it. It's really fun. It's really short, taking maybe like 10 minutes to read. But it's really cool and gives you kind of like how these heists go in the pits, in metrics. It's so fun. I'm so stoked for Outsiders, but we have more. We have more to talk about. Okay, so hidden in this article is a hyperlink to a spoiler from Outsiders, and it's a class card. All right, I probably named the video, spoiled it already, but what you need to do to find it is just Control F and then type in pavement, and then after the word pavement is a period, right? And you click on the period, and then it brings you to this. Oh, dude, look at this! It's so sweet. Razor's Edge, an assassin card from Outsiders. And we know it's from Outsiders because it says, what does it say at the bottom? OUT, out, 42. So we know for sure that Assassin is in Outsiders. It is going to be one of the draftable classes in Outsiders. Well, presumably. It's a draft set, so you'd obviously have whatever, it's going to be a draftable class. And we also already know James White has confirmed in an interview, I think with Loyal de Fidia, the French Flesh and Blood podcast, that Azalea is also going to be in the set. So that means we have Ranger and we have Assassin. This is... Oh, I'm eating good. I'm eating so good. This is our time to shine. My two favorite classes in the same set, in the setting that I'm looking forward to the most. LSS is spoiling me. They are spoiling me. So, okay, let's talk about this card. Razor's Edge. First of all, awesome artwork. Look at that. It shows Arachne like in action, which is cool. I mean, they look very threatening, and the art is just awesome. They're like busting in through this like giant window. It's a zero-cost assassin attack reaction that blocks for 3. So here we have another attack reaction for assassin that blocks for 3, which is great. It's also a 0-drop, and it gives +3. And it says the next attack action card with stealth gets +3, and the flavor text is... So it says, there's hitmen, there's big game hunters, then there's Kingslayers. Oh, dude. Okay. This is so cool. So this gives us hints at a couple things. So the first thing it gives us hints at are that, obviously we have Assassin here. Obviously we see Arachne in the art, but that doesn't mean Arachne is going to be the assassin hero in the set. It could be, but if it is, I highly suspect it might be a different version of Arachne, or there might be a different assassin with a new mechanic with this mechanic, the stealth mechanic. We don't know anything about it. It just gives an attack action card with stealth +3. And I would assume that if it's going to be a major mechanic of the set, and this would imply that it is, because it's a common card. So if it's a common card, that means the mechanic is probably going to be very common because you want this to be draftable, right? You want this to be good in draft. Therefore, it's very likely going to be a common mechanic. So you would assume that the hero would actually synergize with that. right? Because currently, Arachne synergizes with contract cards. So I would suspect we would get another assassin that synergizes with the stealth mechanic. Now, we could also get stealth and contract mixed in, but in order for, you to get a good lot of use out of Arachne's mechanic, you're gonna need a bunch of contract cards. Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Hold on, let me take a. That was seasonal coffee. It's actually really good. Anyway, from local, by the way, Portland Coffee Roasters. Anyway, okay. So there's a lot of stuff to unpack with just this one card, and I think they chose it on purpose for people like me who are gonna speculate dumb crap for like the next couple months. So, stealth. What does stealth do? I don't know. What could it do? Well, first of all, this is on an attack reaction. And the name stealth implies that it's difficult to see, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they're gonna implement stealth. Maybe it's another evasion mechanic like overpower or dominate. Maybe it is a protection mechanic like the attack action can't be targeted by your opponent's things. Like maybe it can't be like Oasis Respited or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of, you could just guess a lot of stuff here. But, it's going to be in the set in a big way, probably, if this is a common card, right? So, I expect to see a new assassin with stealth. That could be another version of Arachne. It could be Arachne again with stealth. Or it could just be the regular Arachne and there's just a bunch of stealth. And then there's also like a bunch of contract cards, which could be the case. Maybe Assassin has two main mechanics in the set. That seems a little cumbersome, but I don't know. Maybe they made it work. But I would highly suspect, putting on my game dev cap here, that stealth is the mechanic for Assassin. If we have at least 3 heroes or 3 classes in the set, each class has their own mechanic. Wait a minute. Something just occurred to me. If each class has their own mechanic, that's already 3 mechanics plus the talent, whatever the talent is. And that leads me to maybe stealth is the talent or has to do with the talent. So that's another thing. But this card is not a talented card. I don't know. So there's a lot of options that this could be. They're all really interesting, and I think they're all just super cool. And also, here's Arachne. Arachne is featured prominently in this Squeaker's Christmas story as well, as it talks about how Azalea's, watching Arachne sneak around, zipping on the rooftops, and she's like agile and sneaky too. And then Lena Bell says, none sneakier, as she offers the ranger a brew. Okay, so here's the other thing. Lena Bell is 100% an alchemist. It even calls her an alchemist. And she says, I call this one festive flair, no harmful toxins. Azalea glowers at the grubby bottle. Honest? I spent 2 days over a barrel after your last concoction. Bacteria, booze, the boundary is fuzzy. Besides, you need time off. So here, let's do the whole thing. Control F. Alchemist. Here we go. Except for this one, answers the alchemist with another merry wink. Do we have more? The alchemist blushes. You're welcome. They mention her as an alchemist twice. Literally twice in this article. Lena Bell is an alchemist. Now, does that confirm that she's in this set? No. Does it confirm that we do have an alchemist character? Yes, 100%. And if Assassin is in the set, well, obviously it is. We also know that Azalea's in the set. There could be a good chance Alchemist is in the set too. We also see Dash in this. I see a lot of people just assuming now that these are going to be the 4 heroes for Outsiders. I don't think we can make that assumption yet. It's an easy assumption to make because like, oh, here's the characters, they're setting up for it. But I don't think Dash fits in the pit set if we're going to metrics this year. If we're not going to metrics this year, I think it fits in the set. So if we're going to metrics this year, I think Dash should be in the metrics set, right? That would make the most sense to me. But we'll see. We'll see. I still kind of suspect we'll see Brute here as like one of the thugs in the pits. I think Alchemist, Assassin, and Ranger, and then like a Brute or something like that. I think Brute makes the most sense, right? As one of the gang members, and the gangs are like a really big deal. Anyway, this is so cool. This is so cool. Razor's Edge. This art is awesome. Let's get a little zoom on in here. Look at that, dude. Oh, that looks sweet. Oh, I'm so stoked for Outsiders. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I just had to make a video of this. I was just sitting on the couch with Robin, and then I just kind of like stumbled upon this on Facebook, and I'm like, wait, what? Is this real? Someone's just like custom card, and I'm like, if it's a custom card, the art is really good for the custom card. Nope, it's real. And they hit it in the Christmas article. That is insane. That's so, whose idea is this? Alex, is this your idea? Whose idea is this? It's brilliant. So yeah, that's me gushing. This also means that like I said, that Ranger and Assassin are going to be in Outsiders. This is going to be my favorite set of all time. It has my 2 favorite classes. Oh my god. So Outsiders is going to be awesome. I'm going to fire up my pre-order. Fire up my pre-orders and buy a ton of this. I want to buy a ton of this set. All right, so like I said, let me know what you think in the comments down below. We don't have a sponsor for today's video. This is kind of like a off-the-cuff kind of thing. Videos might be a little bit slower going into the new year because I'm just taking some time off. But I do have 2 really exciting videos coming up. We have a Ranger deck tech, and we also have a cool end of the year looking into 2023 video, and we also have a fun TCG, general TCG video that I'm kind of working on. So I think people will like it. Those videos always tend to be my most popular videos, so we'll see. If you do want to support me at all, and you have a little bit of extra Christmas money, I do still have a bunch of these Red Zone Rogue metal tokens from FAB Metal Tokens. $10 on my store. Yeah. Or any other playmats or anything. We do have an Assassin playmat coming out that Emanuela Crovius is... I commissioned her to do the art for it. One of my favorite Flesh and Blood artists. So the fact that we do have an Assassin class in Outsiders is so perfect. And I asked her to put the Assassin, our new Assassin character villain, I asked her to put the character in the pits, like the pit setting. So it's so perfect. Oh, I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked. I hope you all are excited as I am. The new character is going to be sweet. She's going to have a sweet Oni mask. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you think. It's so brilliant. It's so smart. We'll see you next time. Oh, I can't believe it, man.